Hey everyone, it's Elizabeth, and I am back to do another reading, and this would be for my divine feminine air signs in separation from their divine masculine, and this would be air signs Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And this is for the week starting the 16th of November through the 23rd of November 2019. So the decks that I'm using today I'm using the Pre-Raphael Light Tarot. And I'm also using the Divine Feminine Oracle deck. And if we have time, I'll do the best I can to use my Mystic Moon Volume 2 Unspoken Messages. Okay. And so I'm starting out with this reading. I pulled a card from my Divine Feminine deck. And so while I was meditating, I pulled this card. It's Rita of Cassia. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And what she says here is she's the patroness of impossible causes. Interesting. Let's see here, I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. Interesting. So I'm going to put her right there so you guys can see her. And I'm going to read to you what it says here about her, okay? Let me just find her. Where is she? Here she is. All right, so Rita. When you pick this card, all right, when your soul selects this card, her card, let's see, despite popular belief, Saint Rita isn't about suffering or martyrdom. Not in this context. Here, she is about the miracles that happen when we choose to be steadfast about something or someone. This does not mean remaining in a situation that is harmful to us. It means knowing that we can believe anything is possible and that everyone is ultimately forgivable. Because forgiveness isn't about someone else, it's about freeing ourselves. We might have to draw fierce boundaries and possibly never see this person again, but we can pray from any distance that a light larger than our own transforms them, that a love that's greater than what we alone can hold and have for them might offer them a new life. Saint Rita is asking us foremost to never give up on what we want for ourselves. And she's suggesting that the path to what we desire is in our belief that it is still possible. We might not know how or when things will align for us, but we can participate in a deep prayer, a bone trust that at some point, what we most desire will arrive. And the soul voice meditation here is, what do I believe is possible for my life? That's the question. What do you believe is possible for your life? And also the message, I believe, is forgiveness. I think for some of you divine feminine air signs out there, there needs to be some semblance of forgiveness here with the divine masculine. You guys have been in separation. For some of you, you've been in separation for months, for weeks for some of you, even for a year, if not longer. And, the energy here is to forgive. This is the energy of Rita, okay? Forgiveness, and also focusing on what you desire. What do you want for your life? So I hope that made a little bit of sense. I was doing some meditation. I took some notes, and if I can get to them, I will. But I want to start with the reading, and I'm looking at the recent past. And the recent past, we have Queen of Pentacles here. It's a beautiful card. I mean, she's waiting for her opportunity to happen. She's waiting for things to open up. She's ready. She's a very grounded female. This could be a male, obviously, too. But she has a lot of common sense. And I think recently some of my air signs, some of us I'm an air sign, I'm an Aquarius, and a lot of us have a tendency to think too much. And with this card recently, some of us have had to ground ourselves. We've had to keep our feet firmly planted on the ground. We've had to be more realistic about, everything. And when it comes to this divine masculine energy, we've got the Ace of Pentacles clarifying this card here. And the Ace of Pentacles, this is a card of gain. It's a card of opportunities, and it's gaining opportunity. It's bringing a new opportunity. And so some of you recently may have been focusing on your career path, or bringing in more money, but also keeping yourself as grounded as possible. This is also with the Ace of Pentacles. This is a card of morals and ethics. So we've been reevaluating, what is our moral code of ethics? What constitutes, right action? And I think a lot of air sign divine feminines have been in a position where you've been reevaluating, focusing on career opportunities, financial investments, keeping yourself grounded. Some of you are waiting for the door to open up to new opportunities. Perhaps you're looking for new love. Maybe some of you are ready to let go of your divine masculine and separation. But that's the recent past. I was parched, needed some water. So in your current situation here, what's interesting is we do have the major arcana card, the Lovers, which is a choice. It's also consequences to our choices. There's always consequences to the actions that we take here with this particular card, the Lovers. This is a card that represents affection, and it does also represent free will, and I feel like right now you guys are in a position right now where you're reevaluating your heart. You're reevaluating, what kind of relationship do you want? What kind of partnership do you want? You're trying to, with the Lovers card, it's also a card of balance, emotional balance, and I think that you have been somewhat stagnant because we have the Two of Wands here, and the Two of Wands, this is choices. This is being stuck and not being able to make a choice. So here you are with the Lovers, and this could be regarding the divine masculine. This could have to do with the divine masculine and separation, who you are still thinking about right now, who are you still feeling, even though you're in separation and maybe you are trying to pull away from him or her. The Two of Wands is wanting to move ahead and wanting to, it's like you're looking at how far you've come, and you're looking at what's next. Okay. And I know it's difficult a lot of divine feminines right now in separation, the air sign feminines in separation from their divine masculine, you still have feelings for your divine masculine, and you're having a hard time moving forward, but it's time to put some energy into other things in your life, and for some of you out there, you're going to have a hard time letting that go, but it is time to forgive, just like, Rita says here in the card, the oracle card of the divine feminine. It is time to forgive. It is time to bring some balance back into your life, and it is time to make some plans, make those plans, but then take the action, take the next step, whatever you're planning, whether it be personal projects at home, or whether it be working, taking care of your children and focusing more on your kids. Some of you out there have children, and perhaps you need to put your energy back into those, your family. For some, it's putting energy back into yourself, self-care, self-love, taking care of your mind, your body, your spirit, all of it, getting healthy. And so as I'm looking at what's coming into the future, we do have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, she's determined. This is a woman who is seriously determined to let go of anything that is unnecessary in her life. Okay, she doesn't have time. She doesn't want to waste her time on energy that is no longer in her life. She doesn't want to waste her time on people, places, or things that have really nothing to offer her. This is her mode of thinking, and this is what's coming into your future. So for some of you, this is your card here. This is the Queen of Swords. This is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. This is a very independent female, and I'm getting a feeling of sadness with this particular card. She looks very sad. And so for some of you, you've been through, I think it's been a rough few months for some of my air signs. I mean, I know even the last couple of months, I think you've had to really emotionally detach from some challenging situations, okay? Because you do have clarifying this card, we have the Ace of Swords here. And this is a painful card. It's, it's feeling sorry for yourself. It's self-pity. It's that victim mode mentality energy, So, you guys have been just saying to yourselves with the Queen of Swords in the future here, it's, you're determined to let go of anything that's just unnecessary in your life, but it's been painful. It's been painful cutting that cord. And in the future, it's you might be also dealing with someone in the future, by the way, this coming week, who isn't taking responsibility for problems that they cause, and maybe you're feeling that stress now, and maybe it's stressing you out, but get out of your own way. This is, I think, a lot of my divine feminine air signs have been waiting for the divine masculine to reach out, to communicate something, and that there's been nothing but radio silence. So no matter how much you may care about this person, you're absolutely frustrated with this divine masculine. You're absolutely just, when you get to this point where that kind of pain from the past with your divine masculine is now entering into your present state, where you are living right now it's time. If it's still bothering you and a lot of time has gone by and there still hasn't been any communication with this Eight of Swords, yeah, you're frustrated. No wonder you're frustrated, but you've got to just try to let this go, because I feel like this divine masculine is hiding, I feel like, or he's the feeling I get with him is he's overwhelmed and feeling somewhat guilty about whatever pain he caused you, whatever he put you through. He's not dealing with it, because what we have here, let's see, is action. It's what's coming into action. And we've got, this is Ace of Swords here. Here we go. Ace of Swords. You're setting things straight here. You're beginning to, someone might, this can be a card of, can be a card of communication. But it is making decisions. This is a clarity, decision making, putting things straight, it's making up your mind about what you want to do. Okay. And we do have, that's the action that should be taken this week is, make a decision, my air sign divine feminines, to get some clarity on this relationship that you have with this divine masculine in separation, because what is it now? Where is it actually going? And clarifying that card, we do have the Knight of Swords. So there are more swords here. I mean, this energy of the Knight of Swords, by the way, it's conflict, it's emotional and psychological abuse on many levels. And I feel like this divine masculine, for many of my divine feminine air signs, whatever your divine masculine has done to you and it's continued to affect you, because it's cruel. You may have gotten yourself into some unnecessary fights or disagreements with people in the last few days because you're frustrated, and rightfully so. This divine masculine, for some of you, what I'm picking up with this Knight of Swords, is the emotional and psychological abuse that he put you through. It threw you for a loop. It really puts you in a bad place for a while. I mean, especially looking at the Eight of Swords, you felt, you were a victim of the divine masculine's really bad decision making and actions that he took, that I feel, the way I'm reading this energy here, was, and even though this is here, the theme card is Rita here, and we do need to forgive, you're going this week, it's coming to this, it's catching up with you, and you do feel like it's time to let go of this. For some of my feminines out there, my divine feminine air signs, I know it's not easy to let go, but it's time for some of you to move on and away from this idea that you and this divine masculine might reconcile. Now, again, this is not going to be for everybody, but I am definitely not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm trying to be as straight up as I possibly can be. And I know that some of you air sign divine feminines have been through hell and back, and you're trying to get stronger. You're trying to make healthier choices for yourself. And it's been a struggle. And so, you're coming into, let's see here. the energy of the other people around you in your future. Now, we do have King of Cups here coming in. So this is coming in sometime in the next week. King of Cups is, he's emotionally he's a caregiver. Okay, this is, if you look at him, he's offering his cup. This is a very compassionate man, very helpful man or a woman who is reaching out to you. And I feel like I don't know if this is romantic, although this is someone coming into your energy this week, that there could be a romantic attraction for some of you. It could be that your divine masculine is trying to assert his feelings. He's trying to, for some of you, this could be your divine masculine, and this is water. This is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and this divine energy is coming in. But the problem I'm having is the clarifying card is the Eight of Cups. So, this is an emotionally draining energy here, and I do feel that this divine masculine, if this is him coming in, I don't know if he's actually coming in to reconcile. He may be coming in to just clear things up, because this is you being emotionally drained and walking away from the relationship. And the divine masculine here, this King of Cups energy, he's emotionally conflicted. I feel like this divine masculine feels horrible about what he did. I think there is a level of, for some of the men out there, for some of the divine masculine, they're feeling horrible about what they did. They're feeling guilty. That's the word I was trying to come up with, guilty. So there is this guilt, but they're feeling, it goes back for some of the divine masculines out there. For some of you, they're feeling sorry for themselves and they don't want to take responsibility and they'd rather just run away from this. For others, they do want to talk, but they don't know what to say. And again, this goes back to, what actions are you, divine feminine air signs, what are you guys going to do about this? Because this is not easy energy. This is not comfortable, and I feel like, as much as you may have loved this person in the past, their actions just changed everything for you. Because what we have here in the future with hopes and fears is the Moon card. And, I think for some of you divine feminines out there, you were targeted. I think that this divine masculine really played you, took advantage of your kindness and your love, and you are going through an emotional crisis of faith. This is the Moon card. It's your subconscious. It is mother goddess energy for sure, but it also is your intuition, and for some of you, you are so, when it comes to this divine masculine, that's messy. This is, going through that crisis of faith, feeling as if, you're lonely, not even lonely. It's how could he have done this to me, and you're confused, but you're also reevaluating the situation here with your hopes and fears, and you're beginning to trust your intuition more. And when you get that feeling in the pit of your stomach that tells you something's not right, or I should just give up on this or let this go, it's for a reason, and clarifying this card, we do have this is this is actually the Page of Pentacles. Okay. And this is this is energy of resistance. It's stubborn energy, although he's ambitious, and I think for some of you, you're hoping that you can get out of your own way. And like the Page of Pentacles, take advantage of some opportunities, whether it be professionally, whether it be with your family, spending more time with your children, spending more time with your family, whether it be putting more energy into your career and how you're making your money. This is the Page of Pentacles energy. It's ambitious energy, and he can be very stubborn. And I think for some of you divine feminine air signs out there, you've got to get out of your own way. And, that just means stepping outside of your comfort zone and being more creative with your time and trying to push. It's pulling away from this divine masculine energy. It's detaching, even if at some point he decides to come back. Right now, what I'm getting with your divine masculine is he is feeling guilty. He is, he's saying, I think when he does think of you, he feels guilty. And I think he still has feelings for you, but he's not for some reason, he's not taking the action that you want him to take as far as recommitting to this relationship right now. It's almost like he would, this divine masculine would prefer to just avoid taking responsibility for the pain he caused you. It's easier for this, for some of you, it's easier for this divine masculine to just simply detach and pretend like it never happened. That's called a coward. And so some of you, I hope this makes sense, that there's cowardly energy here with your divine masculine, the way he is avoiding you. But what I also want to say is what's coming into the future at the end here. We have the 10 of Wands, taking a sip of my water. We have the 10 of Wands, which is, it's burden. It's a card of burden. It's carrying too much weight. And it's holding on to something that's now causing you too much pain. Holding on to this divine masculine, I believe, for some of you divine feminines, has been a burden. It's created problems for you. It's prevented you from moving on with your life. And it's not like the divine masculine is paying attention. I mean, I don't see him right now paying enough attention to you. He might be perusing your social media pages, but even then, some of you guys out there, some of you divine feminines, I believe that the divine masculine is deliberately trying to avoid the responsibility of his actions with you. Okay, but I do have clarifying this card, the card of strength. It's a beautiful card. She's beautiful. That lion is gorgeous. And strength is discipline and courage. It's passion. It's commitment. So you guys are committing to yourselves. You're becoming more passionate. And with this 10 of Wands energy, some of you out there, you air signs, are committing to yourself, committing to working on a project, working on moving forward professionally with your career. Some of you are putting more energy into yourself now, and letting go of the burdens. It takes a lot of strength to let go. To let go and say goodbye. To let this go takes a lot of strength, but it's becoming a burden. And so you guys have got to decide, maybe it's time to forgive him. Doesn't mean I have to take my divine masculine back, but it is a good time to reevaluate where you are in your life right now. This is a great time for you guys to put more energy into your projects, your careers, promoting yourself professionally, putting more energy into your family, your children, things that I think you guys need to, again, pull away from any idea that this divine masculine is making the effort, because what I'm getting is stagnation. Okay. And I hope that, this makes sense. What I'm going to do is clarify the cards. And what I'm going to do is actually, I do have time here. I want to clarify I want to clarify at least the last few cards here, especially with the King of Cups and the Eight of Cups. And also I'm curious about, let's just take a look and see. I'm going to go with clarifying, why is the King of Cups here next to the Eight of Cups? And the King of Cups is here with the energy coming in as other people in their life. So who is this King of Cups for my divine feminine air signs? So I'm asking my guides and my guardian angels to please be as accurate and as evidential as possible. Ooh, these cards, too many. Too many. So divine feminine, what is this King of Cups here? Who is this person to you? Okay, so we've got Ace of Cups. So this is someone, this could be the divine masculine, and he's coming in. There could be potentially for some of you this week with the Ace of Cups, it's the offering, it's a message, it's the offer of love. Now, for some of you divine feminines, you could potentially be meeting someone new, and it's maybe a little distracting for you, especially with the Eight of Cups here. Okay. You might be feeling like maybe I'm not ready to meet anybody new yet for some of you, but some of you are really ready to at least put yourself out there and be open to something new, the possibility of new love. And let me just clarify that energy. Let's see. I want to know more about the King of Cups and the Eight of Cups, please, Spirit. What is this about with the King of Cups and the Eight of Cups? We've got the Ace of Cups. Why is the King of Cups here with the Ace of Cups? So we have the Emperor. So the Emperor is Aries energy. So this could be a fire sign person, but this is also someone who is like a father figure. It could be an older person or someone who's very mature for their age. But this is taking responsibility and making decisions for yourself. And with the clarity here that I'm getting, it's, you know, I feel like this divine masculine is very stubborn and very arrogant and, you know, resisting, even though that I see two different scenarios here. One is someone new coming in, who's very mature, who wants to offer you maybe a new relationship or a new friendship. For some of you, it is your divine masculine in separation who could possibly reach out to you. Maybe maybe they reach out to you via social media. Maybe they email you, but I don't know if they're actually going to call you or text you. I don't know if they're ready for that, you know. But they still have feelings. You know, it's interesting as I look at this. Some of these divine masculines still have love for their divine feminine air signs. So I know how frustrating you guys are. Believe me, more than you know how frustrating this is. But I'm going to clarify just one more card here with this King of Cups and the Eight of Cups to see, is this divine masculine in separation? Is he going to reach out to his air sign divine feminine here in this? Let's see. Okay, so Five of Wands. He's conflicted, guys. He can't get out of his own way. And it's almost like he's blaming you instead of blaming, you know, instead of taking responsibility for what he caused or the conflict and everything he created, all the conflict, all the drama, everything that you went through. He's feeling like he's angry at you for some reason. Like, what did you do to him? You know, I know it takes two, but in this scenario here that I'm reading, I feel like you're not the one that walked away without any kind of explanation, or you're not the one that betrayed the relationship. And, you know, for some reason, this divine masculine is just he's not taking responsibility for the way he treated you. And that's what that is about. I truly believe that is. And again, for some of you out there, there could be someone new coming in. If you're open to receive this energy, that would be, you know, that's great for you. You've got the last card I pulled here is Judgment. So this is reawakening, you know, it's rebirth. You know, it's realizing that why have I been sitting around waiting for this guy all this time when here's this King of Cups, you know, offering me something new. So be open to receiving the possibility of new love or a new friendship, something new. You know, and I also want to say that commit, you know, let this burden go, because you guys are in a position in the next week ahead to attain emotional and personal strength, you know, to realize that you must discipline yourself when it comes to this divine masculine and separation, that every time you think about him, you're just giving him more power. You don't want to give away your power. You want to own your own power. He's not worthy of your power. Nobody is. But this divine masculine certainly, because he's a coward, I'm getting the word coward, okay? His cowardly behavior towards you, he's not worthy of your attention even. But forgiveness, yes, you must forgive. And I think it always starts with forgiveness. So I'm going to I think I have a few moments here. I'm actually going to pull a couple of cards from my Unspoken Messages, Volume 2 by Mystic Moon, to see what is your divine masculine. What is he thinking about? What is the message? If he could tell you, if he could say something to you, if your divine masculine could say something to you, what would he say? What would your divine masculine say? Let's take a look and see. I'm just going to shuffle, and can't lay these out, so I'm going to have to pull. So let's see here. What does your divine masculine want to say? What is his unspoken message? Okay, so I will lay them out. Look at that. It's a mess. Okay, so maybe you guys can see that. So what I'm going to do is pull, let's see here. What is the unspoken message from the divine masculine for his divine feminine in separation? So we've got, I love your magnetic, seductive qualities. So What's this right here? So he finds you charming. You're obviously in his mind magnetic. He loves your who you are as a person. He loves that you're charismatic, that you have an appeal to him, that he's still attracted to you. He finds you intoxicating, and seductive. So you obviously still turn this guy on. The problem is he's not doing anything about it. But let's see if there's any other messages here that the divine masculine would like to. Is there anything else the divine masculine has to say in separation from his divine feminine? Okay, here we go. This one's popping out. So I'm financially unstable and I don't want you to know. Okay. That could make sense for a lot of you out there. For some of you, your divine masculine is financially unstable and unable to really, some of you divine feminines, your divine masculine may have talked a big talk, but he really wasn't being honest about his financial situation. All right. So I'm going to end it there, guys. Look, I feel like you guys need to work on forgiveness this week. That's one thing. Definitely to forgive the divine masculine is a good thing. It doesn't mean you have to take him back. But I also believe that, he's on your mind. And while he's on your mind, he certainly isn't stepping up to the plate the way I had hoped he would. I feel like, I'm just looking at my notes that I took here, that for some of you divine feminines, you're waiting, for, an opportunity to open up for you. And that could be with your career, your finances, your investments, your business. And that could even be with your family, and you guys have some important choices to make this week. And you need to, follow your heart when it comes to relationships. Trust when it comes to, if you meet anyone new, be open to receive. If you're ready to receive this new opportunity to maybe meet someone new and establish a new relationship, go for it. If you want to, excuse me, channel that energy into something else, like getting healthier, focusing on your body, focusing on losing some weight, focusing on working out, or again, career, finances. I feel like you need a distraction and something you need to just detach away from the divine masculine. I don't feel like he's going to make any huge efforts this week. And if he does, great. I just still feel like there's an energy of the poor me energy. That's what I'm getting with your divine masculine. So I'm going to end it on that note. I think I went way over this time, but I wanted to thank all my new subscribers. I am so excited that this is that my channel is actually starting to grow a little bit, and I'm so appreciative of all of you. And I do hope that this did resonate with some of you. I wanted to also remind everybody that I do private readings, and I will leave my information below. I do half-hour readings for $60. 30-minute readings for $30, and I am answering, the special this week is one question for $20, and I do take PayPal. And please leave some feedback, you guys. If this did resonate with you guys, leave some feedback. Let me know what you thought. I'd love to know your situation. I'd love to know what's going on. And you guys have a lovely week, and blessings to all. Thank you so much.